Welcome to Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa's Cities. Taking on a new job in city government isn't always easy. In any role, there's a lot to learn and a lot to do. Listen to what Iowa's leaders say was their biggest challenge when they took office. And we've got some good advice for anyone who's thinking about running for office or working for their city. That's coming up next. Then make sure you join Dubuque Mayor Brad Cavanagh and me, Dave Martin, for full episodes right here on Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa's Cities.
LaVern Dirkx from Carroll, Iowa. I'm on our city council. I've been on our city council for 9 years now. And previous to that, I was on our Carroll Community School Board for 10 years before that.
So when you first got elected to city council, what was the thing that surprised you the most?
The budget, how difficult it is. And it's not as difficult as schools, but it's difficult to maintain services.
What did you do about that? How did you become proficient in the budget?
First of all, you got to inform the public where you're really at. And in the city of Carroll, our budget and our tax valuation and everything, we are one of the best in the state for populations over 10,000. So you just have to tell the public where we're at and how good Carroll is doing, and then they start understanding that and understand where we're going with our budgets.
Do they believe you when you tell them how good things are going?
Yes.
They do?
Yeah, because I take the data from the Iowa Department of Management and then formulate it into something that I can present to the public that they can understand.
So you've been on city council, you said, for 9 years now. What would you tell someone who was interested in getting on a city government or getting elected to office or just working in the government?
So don't go into it with an agenda item, because if you go into this with an agenda item, that'll be voted on one time and it could pass or it could fail. But now you got another 4 years. That's a long time if you're going in there for just one item. And if you're in this, just like the school board or whatever you're on, I emphasize doing homework, hours of homework, to make sure that when you vote, the public knows why you vote the way you do.
But it's hard to put in hours of research and time.
No, it's not. I do it. I do it all kinds. I put in a lot of hours. Lots of hours.
That might scare off someone, though, might it?
I don't know. I'm retired, so I have the time. Yeah, no, it's if you want to do what's right for your community, step up and do the research. That's what I do. We wanted to remove 2 stoplights on our Highway 30. I spent 10 hours studying traffic and dictating it and bringing that back. And actually, it is more than that. I did that for 20, 30-minute sessions, and I brought all that data to our council and also to the Chamber of Commerce and proved to them that these stoplights don't have to be there. The data spoke for itself, so there was no debate. So if you do the homework and have the data and stuff, people really respect that.
Do your homework.
Yeah, do your homework. I do homework all the time.
I am Pam Henderson, City Council for Alta, Iowa.
You said you served 12 years and then took a break, and now you're in your 6th year. Looking back to year 1 and year 13, what surprised you the most about getting into city government?
All the different councils and mayors that I have been under and their thoughts, ideas, and so on. Some I have worked well with, some I have had kind of
adversarial
disagreements.
Yes.
Disagreements.
How hard is it to work together with a mayor you disagree with?
You just kind of tell them that they're not a voting person and that yes, they're a leader, but some of the things that you disagree with, you just try to work out. And
is that usually a healthy relationship?
Yes, it is a healthy relationship. I've lived in Alta all my life, and so I know a lot of people. And the people that have been mayor, I have known them quite well. And so...
And you?
Yeah. And then I worked for the school system in Alta for over 43 years as a school custodian. So there are people that grow up, of course, as students and become on city council and so on and so forth. So I work things out. I try to listen to their side of the story, but I also tell them that they have to listen to my side of the story as well.
What advice would you give someone who is thinking about running for office or getting involved in government?
Be open-minded, talk to the citizens, ask them what their thoughts are as to what can be done to make the community better. and what we can do to grow our population and keep infrastructure up to date and so on.
And I have to ask you this question. Has it happened, and what was the reaction when one of your former students realized they were sitting on the city council with their former school custodian?
We get along just fine, and it's kind of like a school teacher, There is a lot of respect there. And of course, sometimes custodians are kind of hard on students, just like teachers are. And I can honestly say, and I don't want to pat on the back, I can honestly say that I've been well respected, as a custodian and also as a council member.
And I would assume at some point you're a bit of a mentor to some of these people as well.
Yes,
right.
I have been. Yes.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good government.
Yeah, it is, and it's good leadership. So.
Now that you've listened to Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa Cities, make sure you listen to The Good Government Show, another show from Valley Park Productions. On The Good Government Show, I talk with mayors, commissioners, and leaders from across government about what works. We talk about what government means and how we can get the best out of government. So join me right here where you're listening now to The Good Government Show. That's our show. Thanks for listening. Join us again right here for the next episode of Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa Cities. Make sure you like us and share us with your friends. Follow us on Facebook. Leading Iowa is a Valley Park production in association with the Iowa League of Cities. The show is executive produced by Katie Wheeler and Brad Cavanagh for the Iowa League of Cities. Jim Ludlow, Dave Martin, that's me, and David Snyder are executive producers for Valley Park Productions. Our show is edited and produced by Jason Stershic.